How y'all doing? Welcome to Make It Make Sense with Auntie. Sorry for the minor technical difficulties that we have, but we are here. Hopefully everyone understands. Nobody left. We are here today and we have an exciting show for you today. We are just today's gonna pretty much be a chill day. Auntie been in chill mode, been dealing with some life issues, health issues. So today is kind of a day we're just gonna sit and talk about some things that I've been seeing or maybe dealing with some stuff that we have going on. So we are going to go jump right into everything. I want to thank all of my listeners that tune in every week. If we can let you all know that last week we did hit over 100,000 people and devices tuning in. So I am forever grateful to everyone. I want to just, it's I don't know if you know me in real life, like for real, and I am the same person in real life. But if you really, really know me, then you know that certain things, the small things, really mean a lot to me. And so, and this is no small feat at all. But to know that I have reached over 100,000 people, devices tuning in every week, it does something to me. So, as always, we want to thank all of our sponsors that sponsor us every week. Special thanks, if always, and of course, let's see, Walter, what that say. Congrats, thank you, Walter, thank you. Actually, so Walter, and to answer your question, next week will be officially the first time BFAM 109.6 met Auntie. So next week will be the first time that I ever spoke out on a podcast. So that was the beginning of history in the making. So yes, Walter, you've been knowing me now. Next week will be a year that I have been a part of the BFAM family. And of course, I want to thank everybody because, as Walter just pointed out, what we have done in this short amount of time, and when I say short amount of time, I'm not saying it's been 9 months, and we have reached over 100,000. Auntie started January 2nd. Make It Make Sense with Auntie began on BFAM 109.6. So we're going into the 10 month of us doing it, and we have reached the 100,000 mark. So I am forever grateful for those that tune in every week. If you see me, yeah, don't say nothing about me smoking, but yeah, I've been a little short of breath, but that goes along with some of the medical conditions I've been dealing with over the last few weeks. So that is a part of something that I do deal with. And yes, I do smoke. So keep the comments to yourself. I do. Okay, I'm saying just make that make sense. I do whatever. But in saying about the 1 year, there is a this weekend. So if you are in the Tampa Bay area, if you are anywhere around Tampa Bay area, if you know me, I speak very highly of Zoe. He is the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful man behind Speak That Shit here on BFAM. You can always catch him after my show he is literally, and he's done the 2 hour mark. So we want to thank A&R Excellent Cleaning. Of course, that's one of our sponsors, always and forever. But we want to, if you can, this Sunday, Down South Players University promotes, is hosting it is the Comedy Jam and Movie Release Party, and our very own Mr. Zoe will be performing that night. And if you've been listening, and I'm pretty sure you have, our very own Rob Sessions or Mr. Rob Daly, he's been a guest on our show a few times. He will actually be performing that night along with some other wonderful people here from the city of Tampa and surrounding areas. So we have Mr. Crim Diggler, Big Dog, DC813. I had a wonderful time. I got to actually meet him, and that was one. There go my girl. Hey, Miss Kay.
Hey.
Right. So we was just telling them that this Sunday, the Down South Players University is having their comedy jam and movie release. Right, that's it right there. Our very own Zoe will be performing that night. I have my ticket already. If y'all don't have y'all ticket, it is $10 in advance, $15 at the door. If you are in Tampa, it will be at the Pegasus Lounge, and that's at 14811 North Florida Avenue. So if you have not got your ticket, and I'm telling you, I love Zoe. I am a fan. This is going to be my first time getting to see him perform live, and I'm very excited. I am. I'm super, super excited. And this is also next week. I was just telling them will be officially 1 week. I mean, 1 year that I am a part of the BFAM family. So I'm super excited about that. And you weren't here, but we did hit 101,000 last week. So we did hit the 100,000 mark, and I am super, super ecstatic about that.
Congratulations.
Girl, congratulate us. Listen, girl, us. It's us. This is a collective thing. So that's the whole blood don't make you family. So if you've been a part of that, you're a part of that 100 over that 100,000. We got to make sure we include everybody that has played a role and making Auntie what she is, like, for real, for real. Y'all don't know. I be going through it sometimes, and it be hard, and especially now with being in school, you know what I'm saying? And today, like I said, I didn't really like go deep into what I was going to discuss today because it's kind of like what I've been dealing with, like, so I'm living it, so I really ain't have to go back and kind of study too much on it. But it's a lot of stuff going on. We're going to talk about a lot of things that's affecting us as a whole, especially here in Florida. I'm not sure if you're aware of what, well, I know you're aware because you work in the industry. You know what I'm saying? You work here. I was looking at what's going on, you know what I'm saying? How I do, you know, looking at some of the stuff that's going on. And I was looking at the cost of living rates. And in the state of Florida, the cost of living went up 9%. So it was like 9%. And then, so my first thing was, I was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? The cost of living is so much higher here and is way higher than in some of the other states that are experiencing. And I looked at this number, and it was like from June to now, you've had over about 205,000 people that actually quit their jobs for whatever reasons. And then it was like, oh, so Florida's experiencing this job crisis. But what was crazy when I looked at the numbers, that even though, you know, we here in Florida and we are complaining, we are, trust me when I say we are, because, you know, people are trying to work because it's hard to be able to afford anything, you know what I'm saying, to live comfortably. Pretty much a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck now because, you know, the cost of living has increased. But then I kind of like got a little bit excited though, because when I kept looking at the numbers, it also says that, but in those couple of months that took place, 100 and like, I think it was like around 168,000 people actually opened legitimate businesses. So, right. So
in Florida or in general?
No, in Florida. So almost, you know what I'm saying, 75% of the people that actually quit jobs actually went in and opened a business instead of just walking away from a job. And it was just like, you know, that kind of talked about like what I had been on my mind, walking away, you know, being able to just walk away from situations, being able to just walk away. And that was pretty much like the topic in that lesson, because it was just like, at what point, you know, some people, at what point, this question is going out to everybody, you know what I'm saying? At what point do you walk away? Like in general, is it, we can say it like in the context of a job. So if you're at a job, like at what point is it enough that you walk away? Like, is there any reasons, you know what I'm saying, that are greater than the others as to why you will make a decision to walk away and why not? Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are the determining factors? I know for me, I've had a few instances, and I'm gonna say a few because I'm gonna just keep that 100. Well, you know, my pushing point has been either morally, it was something that I didn't agree with, or ethically. You know what I'm saying? I would look at it and remove myself from those situations. And it's in my class, like right now, in my ethics class, we were literally speaking on like making decisions and what, you know, what weighs out on those decisions when you are making that decision to walk away. And in everyday life, like, you know, we see so many people in situations now where we hope for better endings to certain things or the decisions that we make, but there are so many people that are choosing to just, break ties and just go separate ways. And I guess my question is, what do you think has changed with people in general that is making it just like walking away, just separating themselves from certain things? Alonzo, to say,
He said he don't even play about disrespect.
I don't guess no. Right. Shout out. So Auntie is having a hard time seeing. Okay, that's better. Ooh, hold on. So Auntie is experiencing some eyesight issues with seeing, so some of this stuff I can't see. Um, so I say sneaking in, y'all. Oh, sneaking in and out. You better make it make sense. You at them people's job, and we want to say congratulations to him on his first day. He had a new job, so and they supposed to be starting, so they actually got him starting at the same time the show starts. So he's sneaking in and out. All right, Mr. Showat, you better behave. But Zoe, I completely, the 100% the disrespect. That's like some, yeah, yeah. Now I don't accept certain things depending on what the situation was, because I have been known to be disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I will, and but it takes a moment before I get there, and I try not to get to that point. I really do, because sometimes I'm not responsible for the words that come out of my mouth. I'm working on that. That's something that I am truly working so much harder on, like to work on. And I'm so sorry if my face look like puffy, because it is. It's a little swollen, so we're a little puffy. I know I just look like a little bland. It's me. But yeah, so that's what we was just talking about. And then like we're walking away from a job. Like I told y'all before, I walked away from my job. I don't mind, and I will walk away. I will walk away from a job. I will deal with the being broke. I'm sorry, I just cannot. The disrespect, that's one thing. That's a big thing. That is a very, very big thing. And I will walk away from people that I love. I'll walk away from places that I love with disrespect. I truly will. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some people, they get a little bit more leeway with certain situations depending on where you sit in my life. You might get a little bit more, but I am a lot more harsher on you when it comes to the disrespect, because you know better. So yeah, disrespect, that is my big thing. I know with me walking away, I have a tendency to allow people to, hold on a little bit longer sometimes than they should. Um, I'm work. I well up until a few years ago, I would say that, and then when I went through a certain, certain experiences in my life, that has literally cut down the amount of time and energy that I am willing to pour into something. So, that's something that I try not to put myself in that position, because I am a person that I will shut down. Depending on who you is, I will, what I'm saying, I will walk away. And the reason why I laugh is because I had a conversation the other day, and it was about, being too old to fight, and then people saying about how they not finna argue. They ain't finna go back and forth with somebody. I'm here to tell you that I know now that at my age right now, I argue with you. And I'm proud to say that I would argue with you. And the reason why I say that is because it was a time that I wasn't finna argue with you. I was going to just respond. And in doing so, that left me in situations, what I'm saying, that may or may not have been the best thing to have done for me. So now, yes, you will get an argument out of me, because I am going to do more to make it make sense than to actually just respond how I normally would respond. And I know some people say, oh, I ain't finna be doing all that. Well, most people call an argument, what I'm saying, a conversation, an argument, when they disagree with what somebody's saying. Some try and stop your money. Sometimes you have to think of the big picture. Absolutely. You always got to think of the big picture, because you always, and it's crazy that when people say it, but you always have to think of yourself. And people don't, some people think, confuse selfish and selfless between the two, because at the end of the day, and I don't care, what I'm saying, who you may end up with. I don't care who you in a relationship with. I don't care if y'all had 60 happy, blissful, wonderful years together. It's going to come a time that you're going to end up having to stand on your feet by yourself. Because eventually one of y'all gonna leave here, whether it's by separation, whether it's by losing their life, whether it's by something. So the greater goal is always to know how to stand up on your own foot, your own 2 feet, whereas having a crutch or having somebody else beside you. And that too, if with something like that, when it comes to the money situations and people interfering with what's going on, if you have a person that would rather take away from you or you becoming a greater you, then you need to walk away. Because anybody that's in a relationship with somebody and they are truly in a relationship for them, for the benefit of both parties, then they are going to want to see the other party doing good. They're going to always want to see that other party doing, being the best self, because then if I get the best version of you, then you can also receive the best version of me, and then we can make this thing happen. But if you come into it with confusion, if you coming into it with a lot of the drama, a lot of the other stuff that's going on, then absolutely not. So we need to walk away, because those energies do not mix. And we already know when you have a hot current and a cold current hitting into each other, you have, you got trouble. So you have to make it make sense. You have to understand when to walk away. And then sometimes, there is a different definition for each person of when to walk away. Everybody has their own, time frame of when enough is enough. For whatever reasons. Do we have some people that need to figure it out? Absolutely. Do we have some people that have figured it out? Absolutely. Do we have some people that just don't care about what they got going on and they're going to do it regardless? Absolutely. So that's why you have to make it make sense. Like you really do have to, because you do have some people that's just going to stay just because of the comfortability. You have some people that's going to be there because they do actually have a willingness to try. You have some people that are there because they are actually leeches. So you have to actually know where you stand in a person's life frame, so that there will help you make a selection on when enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? If you have a person that is sitting there and they showing you certain stuff, you have to be able to address that stuff. You can't be scared to address situations and stuff that bother you. I'm gonna just be honest with you. You can't do that. It said, what if my other half don't have no legs? How they gonna stand up on their own 2 feet? You know what? See, that's why I can't wait to this Sunday. Ooh. That's okay. Tell them don't stand up, just lean on you. That's all right now. They ain't got to stand on their own 2 feet. They can lean on you. I'm so sick of the listen. But Walter, now that was funny, probably. But and listen, it's only rude to a person without a sense of humor. Like seriously, I don't know. I don't know. I know, and I may not have some of the disabilities that some people have, but I know with the ones that I do deal with and the certain things, that I have dealt with in life, that you have to be able to laugh and you have to be able to smile in the midst of, the situation and what you're going through. I promise you, listen, y'all get a smile out of me. And I'm not ashamed to say it. If y'all knew what the hell I literally have been going through for the last couple of weeks. DC is like, I'm going to say it because I can tell the world I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I've been experiencing some issues with my bank. And the craziest thing is that we had the card, we did this whole thing with the bank card and my bank account. The money is in the bank account. Like it shows me my money is in the bank account. They told me I have access to my virtual card. So with the virtual card, of course, you can't really do nothing except shop online. But they told me that I had the ability to attach it to, of course, like the cash out, all this stuff. So every time that I try to make this attempt to do this, they send me this error that says bank denies the transaction. But then when I get on the phone with the bank is telling me, oh no, you should be able to link it. You should be able to link it. We can't link it. It should be able to access and it should be able to go through. Okay, cool. I have not been able to do that. It has been well over a week now. I'm waiting on a replacement card. Now that the app is telling me that I have to actually have a physical card, that I can't use the virtual card. So I've been missing doctor's appointments. I done missed out like my eye appointment and stuff that we had to go to. Stuff was like completely late. I ain't been able to pay no bills. Like I have not been able to do nothing. So what does that mean with today's lesson? Once we're able to get our money, we're gonna do what? We're gonna walk away. I'm just keep it 100. We're gonna walk away. And it was my school, you know what I'm saying, the company that they use, and we're choosing to walk away. We're gonna sever those ties because I don't like nobody playing with my money. Because when I got to pay a bill, I understand what it's like when somebody waiting on money. So yeah, I don't play like that. But so Miss K, I don't know, Miss K busy. Y'all see we got her today. She in and out. She over there working hard. They got her working.
Look. Yeah, they listen. I'm trying to have the patience, and it's not patience ain't patience, and
oh Lord, don't walk away yet. That's the show. Don't walk away.
So I'm here. I'm here. I just mute my mic because I don't need, the extra outside, but I am here.
We appreciate it, girl. I be missing her when she be gone, and then like today, see, she would have been gone. I would have been by myself. Now I miss her. I do. I miss my host. I miss my cast when they don't be around me, especially when I be going through some stuff. Because I know Miss K, I can talk to her, but then I'm the kind of person that I won't tell people my problems because I don't want to tell other people what really be going on. So I kind of like be wearing my best friend out with my stress, and we can't do that. Hold on, what Mr. Show I say? Let me see. Oh, I can make this. There we go. Okay. Got to keep it up. Stay dangerous. See, here he go. Still jumping in on people's stuff. You better get to work, sir. You better get to work. But yeah, so we actually, so while we, walking away, what we're talking about. So we are walking away from our first shirt design. If you did not get that first shirt and wanted that first shirt, I have now taken that first shirt off. Oh, my face is so puffy. However, we do have a new design which is being released in thanks to the Make It Make Sense with Aunti, and it being a year, we have decided to go ahead and to change up our logo. So we're doing a reface. Why do you think people want to sign up to live on the moon? Is it that bad down here? Okay, so you got to be careful with what you say on my show. So, but now I think honestly, people want to go to the moon because it's just a change. It's to get away. Like they know what they've done to this place here, but is going to the moon going to change the habits and the patterns that people have? So are we not going to be doing the same thing in a few years because we done went up there and used up the natural resources that's on the moon? I mean, that's because that me personally, a person like for them now to want to vacate Earth, like you done been living on Earth all this time. And don't get me wrong, I feel like I told y'all I was an alien. That I'm not from here because I don't act how certain people act. I don't respond. I don't think the way certain people do. But I truthfully believe that we all it is a pattern that some people have. When they destroy something, instead of them trying to fix it truthfully, they choose to relocate. Because why even put in the work? Because as we all know, it's taken years for us to get to this point. And honestly, I can say the last 20, 25 years, the last 20, 25 years, I can say that we've seen so many things change from the 80s to the 90s to now. They are signing up for a 10-year plan to live on the moon. That's very scary. And that also makes me think that the person being left up there in space wasn't left. Um
Hold on. I'm sorry. I just looked at these comments.
oh yeah,
Who's
you ain't know
signing up to live on the moon?
the same people that be signing up to go underwater.
Oh, oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm a mute because I don't want to say something that it might be
What
offensive.
girl, it wouldn't be the first time.
Well, I'm
Might
just
as well
saying. I
do it.
mean,
I'm saying make it
common.
make sense.
Yeah, cause my common sense ain't. I ain't finna get in no little small tiny thing and go under all that pressure in the water for
But my
something
thing is,
else.
what you gonna do? You gonna go to the moon and you gonna go up there and destroy the moon. So I'm saying,
Yeah,
what you want? You want to go and live on the moon. So y'all want to go live on the moon, the light that is shining down on the earth. That's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to go live on the moon. Y'all want to go invade them people's space. Y'all want to go up there and try to figure out how to live, which means that you have to destroy a lot of stuff before you get to
to
something
make
that is
it.
actually productive, and that's what you do. We all know this, and that's based on their theory. So what had happened was, um, yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of people that be playing too much. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that don't even
And
make sense. If going under the water ain't work, what makes you think going out of space gonna work?
my thing is, what are you going to space for? You can't even. Apparently, y'all can't even figure out how to breathe with oxygen. Y'all couldn't even figure that out without trying to charge somebody for it. So now y'all finna go up to the moon and y'all finna go do what? To who? For who? Who that's for? But you know what? Again, I appreciate all of those that are showing me that they don't want to be here. I appreciate all of those that are choosing to go to the moon. You know why? Because then if they go up there where they want to go at, maybe we can get our world back.
Our population will decrease a little
Like
bit.
that. They say, well, your boy be talking about make America great again. No, how about we make our world great again? How about we do that? How about y'all do that? How about y'all take? How about that? See, I'm telling y'all, they better listen. Walk away. That's what I'm. Listen, walk away. That's my mindset. Walk away for the remainder of 2024. Walk away. Break ties. Cut chains. Listen, this is the time to do that. Whoever, whatever, whatever, whoever you are, listen to Auntie when she's telling y'all it is time to walk away. It's walk away time. Because
Pretty
listen,
much.
pretty much, and it's so serious if you pay attention to what's going on. People are really, okay, a lot of people say, and that it goes back to that whole the glass is half empty, half full kind of theory. So it depends on your perception and how you look at certain stuff. So if you look at the world is going to point out all the negative stuff, you know what I'm saying? But they're going to make it look positive to us, and they're gonna make it look appealing to us. You know, just like they say with the devil. You know, they make it look good. They make everything seem that it's gonna be so appetizing and so appealing to us.
Yeah.
But this is what you know. What I'm saying what maybe it's just me. You know what I'm saying? But listen, hey, so if we are still here on Earth, bruh, and in my 45 years, y'all ain't managed to figure that out. Y'all say it was being done way before me. Y'all hadn't managed to figure out what was going on in space from Earth. So, what makes you think, since we are all still a part of the same solar system, that you going off in there is going to change?
It, I don't know. We don't see it. Maybe I'm blind and I don't see it. But you're gonna be waiting on that answer because I can't even tell you. I don't see what going out of space or trying to adapt to outer space is gonna do when
They can't adapt on Earth. Listen,
yeah,
they
like
had all their own natural resources that we had them. That's it. That's all. Everybody was productive and doing everything. You got the greedy person that, or persons, or corporations or whoever you want to call them, the people that is never enough for them, that want, yes, you can change technology. Yes, you can change and advance certain things, but you don't have to destroy so much stuff in the process of doing it. It's insane the level of power and the struggles and the crazy stuff that people are being subjected to for the benefit of what?
Money.
And even money. Baby, even when it comes to the money. Let me say, let's make this make sense right quick. I'm gonna see who's smart. Listen. So I watched a video the other day, and this video made so much sense to me. It made me completely look at life from a whole different view. It was a young lady. She was from Africa, and she made a video, and it was about how, it's election year over here, and how we talking about all these poor countries. And this is a shout out to all my African people, and no matter where you're from. And yes, I have family that lives right now in Africa. Like I have cousins that live in Kenya. I got friends that try like the whole thing. So I understand. But she broke it down. They show us pictures of these poor countries, is what
The
we call
malnourished
it.
parts of Africa
But
to
no,
make
I'm
it
gonna
look like
say,
Africa is struggling.
but I'm gonna make it make sense to you, right? So let's do this. Let's flip this around. The young lady made a whole lot of sense. The America is based off is a country ran off of credit. You can go and purchase a house on credit.
Mm-hmm.
In Africa, there is no credit. So this young lady made it make sense. She said, if you see a African walking around with an iPhone, they paid for that cash.
Yep.
If you see an African with a hut or a house or whatever you call it, they built it by hand, so they own it. There are no banks interfering with what goes on. If they were to lose a job today or tomorrow, they don't have to worry about where they're going to lay their head, because that belongs to them. Nothing was purchased off of credit. If they rocking with an iPhone to their ear, they paid cash. If they're driving a Lexus or a Toyota or whatever car they're driving, they paid cash. So yes, they are going to endure a lot more things than we are going to endure. Of course, they are going to look like a poor country when it comes to certain things, but what they don't have to worry about is if the stock markets crash. They don't have to worry about if the bank goes out of business. They don't have to worry about the things that we're worrying about either, because yeah, they might be dealing with that stuff, but yeah, they might not be able to go to the doctor. And I am one, because I don't have insurance. I pay out of pocket. So I completely understand. You can't always afford to be able to go to the doctor and get the medications that you need if you're not afforded that whole thing. So it made a whole lot of more sense to me that we are a country that sit here and we completely complain about certain things, and we live these glorious lives, but we are our own destruction. So
Yeah, our own
traveling to the
currency ain't even
moon.
worth nothing.
Right, because you don't hear it. No one ever speaks about all these other countries that want to go and travel and live and go to move to the moon and stuff. We hear about these countries going up there studying, and they're, as we can see, a lot of them are much more advanced, whatever they got going on. I don't know if maybe that is what we're reaching for, but I'm good here. I don't appreciate them destroying all the stuff that they've destroyed that there's no way to repair. However, and then again, maybe that's what was supposed to happen, because that's what happens. The world changes, Earth changes over time. That's why we're able to study what went on prior to. That's why we're able to go back and look and see a lot of the stuff that they're taking out of the books and stuff in school, which again, that's crazy to me too. But that's neither here nor there. So you're gonna erase the history, then you're gonna leave the planet. Make that make sense.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Don't take me out of the world. You can just put me on a little island by myself.
You can leave me
I don't even know
alone.
how to fish, so I'm
Just
good.
leave me alone.
Yeah, just put me on the island.
Leave me alone.
Give me a green thumb so I can grow some stuff. I already know how to fish. Baby, I'm good. I don't even need the
And
technology because I don't like everybody following me. So I'm
that
I'm good
listen,
here.
we were just having a conversation. My telephone don't ring at all. My phone barely rings unless it's like if it's some work thing, and that's a whole nother line. So that don't even really come to my phone and stuff. For the second rings when my calls are actually forwarded to my cell phone. So and a lot of my clients I deal with online. So me dealing with a lot of the online clients, my phone rarely rings. I literally I'm just like, oh, you know what? Yeah, because I deal with clients online, but if I just went to go visit all my clients in person, I would really need technology, maybe for them to check in for their appointment, but they could just come see me. I like to read and write, so I write me a bunch of books. Like I did that before, especially when I was locked up. So I don't know, but I want y'all to just leave the world alone. Let us and then okay, so I know I don't like picking at certain people, bothering people, but what is going on to my Tesla drivers? How y'all doing?
Ooh, baby.
Uh,
I don't know, but
oh,
we need to have them tap in because these Teslas is taking
that was
over.
saying, what's going on with my Tesla drivers? No, they not only taking over, they're destroying. Did you see the one? They had one that exploded like the other day, and then I just seen one flipped over on the side of the road. They got a lot of these. They're having a lot of malfunctions and stuff. So I need to know how y'all doing out there. Like, I don't know if that's where we want to go for my drivers of these smart cars that can drive themselves and all this stuff going on. How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling? Do y'all still feel safe knowing that these cars are doing so much stuff on their own? Because I remember when in the beginning, then I remember they came out with that movie. What's the little movie they came out with all the cars driving back to the dealership broke down on the side of the road. It was a whole movie about them. And now they starting. Yeah, it's a movie. I can't think of the name of that movie. It was on Netflix. And it was like the end of the world. I think that's the name of it. The end of the world, something like that. You got to go on Netflix and look at it. And in the movie, it's like they got a whole bunch of them cars, and they all just like piled up on the road. They're all self driving. They all drove themselves to this one spot, and just it was just like something.
I
Yeah,
don't think I've seen that one. I'm gonna have to
yeah,
look for that one.
yeah. That's something that's just whoo. That's out there. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying? What it is. Oh, we got a little time. I know we started talking about it last week, these school shootings and the call-ins. So I don't know what Florida listen. I'm putting it together. If you have children out there that need to come talk to Auntie, I'm putting together a teen summit. I'm gonna have to go ahead. We're gonna have to do that. Obama direct.
He directed a movie.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, that's past directing into the future and it's foretold. So you never know. You might have to look it up and see who directed it. But on this school shooting, baby, listen, my son has not been in school. School started in Florida here August 11th. Being they gave me the runaround, he just now went to school today. My baby, my youngest is 12 years old. Auntie. Baby, when I tell you, I was happy that he went to school, but I was terrified. Only because you can never say your kids are safe anywhere. For the
Exactly.
fact that these kids are so young, even one got arrested at Wharton High School for carrying a BB gun.
He said the movie is the end of the world. That's it.
End of the
Listen,
world.
listen, baby. That's one of the ones. That's one of the ones. I know I'm out here. Well, we are out here. I see that they've had like maybe two or three where these children have been arrested for calling in the school threats. So I see this is something that is spreading across Florida. I'm just gonna tell y'all this, and This is coming from Auntie. This is working coming as a teacher. This is Auntie coming to you as um you know what I'm saying, as a ex employee of the state. I'm gonna tell you right now. and this is me coming to you as a mother. I am a mother of a child, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying, embarrassed to say it. My child was one of these children that thought that calling in a prank, and he did this a few years back. You know what I'm saying? He thought this was something that was something that he did that he thought was funny. They thought that would be funny. He ended up, you know what I'm saying, right now my baby, you know, he just turned 24. And he is right now doing a 13-year sentence. And a lot of the stuff that was brought up in him committing, you know what I'm saying, his acts or whatever he did, the stuff that led to him being sent away to prison, that was a big part of of that. Regardless of it being a joke, that's what he considered it to be, was a joke to call in these threats. Playing when he actually did do stuff later in life, that was on his record. So that was something that stayed with him, and so that played a part of my baby being sent away. So I need y'all to think and talk to y'all kids when they be making these decisions and they think stuff be funny like that and they want to go out there and make them type of jokes. And you know, back in the days you could do little certain little stupid stuff, but now in 2024, it's too much stuff going on. So if you have a child out there, if you have children, grandchildren, your next door neighbors, y'all need to be talking to these kids. Y'all need to have conversations with these kids. Yeah, I need to bring back the old. They say it take a village to raise a child. I don't know where the villages are going, but I'm gonna just tell you, y'all need to start having conversations with each other. And you don't have to worry about what child is running through that school. Because I can tell you this, they get up there and make comments about how we was back in our day and how oh putting your hands on the churn because we know we got a whooping by the village. If you got in trouble before you got home, you had already got in trouble 3 more times because you was in trouble by the time you made it to the house before you even dealt with your parents. We need to bring that back and we need to start taking away some of this authority. We need to be able to walk away. And when I say walk away this time, that's walk away from the BS, walk away from allowing your children to run and control your households, walk away from the friendships with your children and put back in parenting, walk away from allowing your child to tell you that they finna go and call such and such and do this, that, and the other. Walk away from letting your children let technology raise them. It's like a lot of stuff when I say walk away, breaking ties with a lot of stuff that y'all got going on. It's time for parents to come back and be parents. Y'all can be mad. I said what I said. It's time for y'all to stop expecting school systems and y'all stop expecting babysitters to raise your kids. And it was a time that, yes, a lot of us parents, and I was one of them, allow our parents to raise our children like the grandparent. But when our child was with that grandparent, they was actually learning stuff with that grandparent. So I'm an old school grandparent. If your child is with me, I don't care who you is. If I'm watching your child, at some point in the day, your child gonna learn something. It's gonna be productive too
Yeah, they should. I
at
mean,
an early age.
yeah.
We got to stop letting people just get our kids because we don't want to be bothered with them. And we got to stop letting people just babysit our children because they want to go at such and such house. We got to stop letting our children pick their own friends now. And that's so sad to say that. But it is time for y'all to get back in where your parents have a call log and they can call your friends.
And I promise you, I asked my kids, I was like, I know I be in y'all business, but guess what? Attached to your birth certificate is my name. And my name on your birth certificate means I be all in your business. If I don't
Right.
like the person that you're associated with, I don't care if it's your friend's friend. I don't like them. I don't want you around them. Because
Exactly.
it's not that I see potential, I see certain bad habits. And you will not pick up on those bad habits and feel like it's okay. You will not
And
talk to me any kind of way. You're not going to respond any kind of way. We're not doing that. So
that's it.
it is what it is. Like you just don't hate me, love me, whatever it is. But I'm your mama, and that's my job.
Right. Zoe say, yeah, I had got 3 whoopings in one day when I was in the first grade. The coach, the dean, and then my mama told me to get my butt naked. And right, that essential core. And I'm gonna tell you, real for real, for real. And I did some stuff in my life. You know what I'm saying? I know I did. And I did endure some stuff that probably was taken to another level than just regular spanking. This is the last time I got a padding. I was in ninth grade at Dodell. See, I didn't get one at Dodell. Dodell had to hold a meeting to see if I could come to their school because by the time I got to Dodell, I was terrorizing Hillsborough County public school system. I believe you. I believe you. Baby, I believe you because I remember listening. I remember when we was for real. Like I remember I got into a fight with a boy. I ain't gonna call his name out, but he know he tried it way back then. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you tried it, and you better be lucky I got grown and delivered, and my uncle no came to see about you. But for real, this little boy, never forget, this boy had hit me. He lied on me. He had lied and told some people I had put my mouth on him. I was in the ninth grade. No, I was in the eighth grade. Eighth grade. I was going to McLean. And I remember this boy, and he knew it too. He knew I was going to beat his ass when school was over. He knew that too. He waited till I was sitting on the bus. We say shit down there. All my homeboys, mama whooped me when my mom was at work. Snitch. Right. They used to tell. But see, I had done got, this boy had done hit me. But I had already knew I wasn't going to tell my daddy no. I wasn't going to tell my daddy no. Because I already knew my daddy no was crazy. And I knew that once I told Bit Polite, it was a wrap for everybody that came along with it. And if you from Tampa, you know that the Polite last name is very big in Tampa. So it was just like, okay, yeah, they're gonna tell that's Little Polite. So it was just, and my daddy stayed on 29 in Tampa. So that's like that's where everybody, baby, I'll never forget. I got out, I was on this bus, this boy hit me. When he was getting off the bus, this boy stole me. A boy stole me on the bus. So that tells you right. You already knew you better hit me before I hit you. So he stole me. And I remember the consequences that he paid because I wasn't going to tell. I was not going to tell, but I already knew. By the time I made it home, my grandmama was calling from around the corner. My grandmama stayed on 21st and we stayed on 26th. Okay? I hadn't even seen my grandma. By the time I walked in the house, that house phone was ringing. You remember them house phones. And you got to answer it by a certain ring. Mm-hmm. I ran in the house to answer that phone, and my grandma say, "Get your ass round here to this house. Who you been fighting?" I had just got home. The next door neighbor had already called my grandma because she seen me walking past her house, and she told my grandma it looked like I had a black eye. My grandmama had called me to beat me. She was calling me to come to the house so I could get a whipping because I had let somebody give me a black eye. And the old lady had done called and told on me that I was fighting. So I was finna get a whipping because I had been fighting. And that was in the neighborhood. But I can say now. And a lot of times they call my mama to let my mama know that I was out there fighting. Baby, from Cross Fletcher to all the way over here. They called Tony to let her know that damn girl is out there at it again. And I was. But my mama couldn't say nothing because I got it from her. Lord rest her soul. Now she gone from here. But they know Big Red was a fighter too. But yes, you know what I'm saying? Them consequences. And I tell you, I was like, dang, how I'm getting a whipping, like, I ain't even did nothing. But them whippings that we got back then prevented us from doing a lot of shit that they doing now.
Yes.
A lot. Because I know I made some dumb decisions. I did some stupid shit when I was young. You know what I'm saying? I did some stuff that now, of course, I get on my grandchildren and I get on my kids about the same decisions that I made back then. But what we need to understand is those times are different. Times have completely changed. It used to be a time that when we was going through it, most of the time we got into it because we did something dumb in the streets we ain't had no business doing. You went outside and you got into a fight with somebody. You know what I'm saying? You knew you was in trouble because most likely you was out there fighting one of your homeboys, your homegirls, or somebody. You had done got into a fight because the other time y'all was getting into trouble together. Because it was we as a group had done when it did some mess we ain't had no business doing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody stood in the paint together. It was like this. But nowadays you can't do that. You can't. The children can't grow up the same way. Like that's what I'm saying. You got these little kids with the shootings and they can't take a lick or they can't go out there. Somebody say something about them. You done taught them that anything you say to them, they hurt their feelings. Some of these men, oh yeah, before I leave here, and I hope they listening to my show. So this is good. I'm gonna end this show today with this before we get in. I just thought about something when I looked at the time because I wanted to make sure that I address this issue to my adults. Zoe, and you already know who I'm talking to and what I am talking about. But I just want to say this to my grown, so-called grown, unhealed men that that circulate amongst social media, waiting to attack people that have opinions and like to call them out their name when they don't agree with you. Let me say something. If you are a man, especially, and it goes the same for women, but especially to men who want to portray a certain image to people, what I need you to do is stop allowing everybody to see the transparency that you think you hiding of how you are have unhealed issues that result from your childhood. I understand that we was taught, some of us were taught, back in the days that, that you was the man of the house if your house was fatherless, or if you was the oldest male or the oldest sibling in the house. Because yes, I was, what I'm saying, I knew I was the oldest sister in the house. I already knew. But I also ended up getting counseling for the stuff to break generational curses and things that were going on in my life. But to attack women every time they make a comment about you and call them stupid and to call them names and to call them out, that really shows us like your level of healing. And this goes for a lot of men, because I have met a few men, and we already know the issue exists with women. We already know that. So that's why I'm addressing men specifically in what I am stating. If you are a male and you feel that you are that male and you feel like you have your life together, by all means, I need you to be out there offering webinars and things to other men, and to women. What I don't need you doing is being on social media calling people out and then biting your tongue and hiding your hand when you are addressed back. All right, back to Miss K. Just seen that little post. Yeah. So I wanted to go ahead and get that out before this show ends, because I did let them know that I was going to address that on my show. And the next time I'm calling and tagging names to show them that I'm not the one or the two.
Hey, Auntie, babe. I
Yes,
know we
ma'am.
were talking about those that are healed, but can you please, I don't know if you want to put together a show or have some resources for those that are struggling in the process of healing, letting go, trying to get things together, feeling like
Most
ending their
definitely.
life is the end of the world. It might be some men out there as well. Ladies
Mhm.
do go through it, but men might go through it. Don't mean to get off subject, but I have
Oh,
received a
no, this
text
is
message.
perfect.
I received a
So,
text message about, one of my exes and something they had posted. So it was very disturbing. So to anybody who's listening, especially the men, if you feel like giving up or you feel like you can't deal with some of the struggles that you have, please reach out to Auntie. Please reach
right.
out to
Yes, please
BFAM
do. And
109.6, Facebook,
right.
email, whatever you have to. She does have resources that will help you, whether it's a listening ear, whether it's somebody that actually will help you get through the steps. So
Right.
I did want to put that out there, Auntie. I'm sorry, babe. I
Oh,
know
no,
it
no,
was
no.
it
That's
was
perfectly
first.
fine. And I'm going to address it, and I will tell you this, and I am going to say this. And I do want them to make it make sense. And I'm very happy that you said that, because like I say, my biggest following clientele base is men. When y'all come to me, when some of you men come to me, I need you to understand I am not the one. So don't come to me with the BS, because we will call that out too. Because there are, and I do understand there are a lot of men that deal with a lot of these issues that feel they cannot speak out to somebody. So yes, I do offer those services. But have been a couple of men that have come to me trying to run game. All right, so we had the last 5 minutes, but trying to run game, and for whatever reasons, I just want you to know that I will call you out. And so if that's not what you like, please do not contact me. If you are not serious about healing, if you are not serious about The resources, please do not waste my time. I'm just gonna be honest with you because it will not play out well for you. And I have met a lot of men that tell me they have reached out saying, "Oh, they trying to do this or trying to do that for whatever," and it's just BS that they trying to do. I will call those behaviors out. I will, and it's up to you to accept it or deny it. But we will. I want to thank everybody that tuned in like they always do. To all my listeners and followers, we want to thank HS Soap Company, Mr. Pedro Romero, for all that he does. Remember, you can still get that super mystery box for $39.99 if you're dealing with any of the skin issues. Of course, HS. As you can see, my face, no makeup, no nothing is cleansing. We love HS Soap Company. We do. Even though I'm a little swollen, puffy, but this is it. 45. I don't do no makeup. There's nothing on my face. Completely clean. If you can look this old scar that we had. Yes. I want to thank Miss Ariana over at the ANR Excellent Cleaning. If you are in the Tampa, Brandon area, Tampa Bay area, as you can see that she does have pricing listed. You can go ahead and call her, set up an appointment, get your apartment clean, housing clean. We do realize that there are kids back in school, work schedules, whatever it is. So go ahead and reach out to Adriana Rivera over at A&R Excellent Cleaning. I'm so sorry, girl. I'm having shortnesses of breath. It's been going on now for the last couple of weeks. I deal with that when the weather and the seasons change. So I deal with short breath like for the first couple of weeks of that. So we've been dealing with that, the shortness of breath. You see this the puffy, all the puffy. But yes, and then don't y'all forget that this Sunday from 7 to 12 p.m. there will be from 12 a.m. There's a comedy jam and movie release. Our headliner, Miss Mari Baby. Our very own Zoe will be performing that night, and Mr. Rob Sessions or Mr. Rob Daly, who you've seen here on the show. There will be DC813, Mr. Crum Diggler. So if you are in Tampa, check out the Pegasus Lounge at 14811 North Florida Avenue. That's here in Tampa. Tickets are on sale now. There are $10 in advance, $15 at the door. So that is something that you looking forward to do it, because I'm looking forward to it. I'm telling y'all right now, I will be in the building. Auntie will be in the building this Sunday at the, and as y'all see, Mr. Zoe is a mess. So I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be a little wasted, they're gonna get to see Auntie in live effect. I done met a couple of them, like I know Crumb, I done met Rob, you know what I'm saying? Well, I pretty much know them all, I think, then. Yeah. I met Mr. DC 813. I met him at the movie shoot with Zoe. So yeah. But I want to thank everybody that tunes in every Thursday, that makes Auntie the woman that she is. I truly, truly appreciate everybody that tunes in. Of course, my wonderful co-host, Miss K, and of course, Mr. Show Out, who couldn't make it today. But if you are interested in anything, any of your graphic design needs, you can go ahead and reach out to Show Out at Smooth Transitions. I am Auntie. If you'd like to make a donation to the show, you can reach out. Cash out money sign AUNTI79. I thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next Thursday at 5 p.m. Make sure y'all stay tuned from 7 at 7 p.m. for our very own Mr. Zoe. And he done started his 2-hour shows now. So he do 2-hour shows. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to speak that shit tonight.